Hi, in this video, I'm gonna show you Canvas and then a few files on Canvas. Okay, if you are on the Canvas dashboard, and then you should be able to see a couple of the courses. And for some of the courses, they are not really using Canvas, so you won't see them. But for my course, DSC 502, Fall 2020, and if you click on this icon, and then you will see the first module already posted, and that is the big one, right? And then you're going to see two files and the course schedule and then the sample course project proposals. Okay, so let's take a look on the first one. So the schedule, and when you are seeing that, and I'm pretty sure you will be in week one, and then on week one we only have 4 days, and then we are gonna have a face-to-face talk on Friday, so that is Friday 11:45 a.m. And then we are also gonna have a lab one posted on Friday. Okay, and then we move on to week two, and then on week two we will again have a face-to-face talk, and that is the lab two also posted on the next Friday. And then the third Friday there will be a lab release but no face-to-face talk. What does that mean? This means on that day, after finishing the morning course, and you can leave campus. Okay, and week four we are gonna have a face-to-face talk, and then after that, and then week five, and there's no face-to-face talk, just a lab release, and then okay, then and then on week six, okay, on the Tuesday there will be no class, and then go ahead and start to prepare for your online presentation. You are going to be required to make a presentation for your course project. And remember, you should be able to do something big, and that's the main purpose of doing the course project presentation. You are going to show us what you have done for this project, and you may also want to talk about the background of this project and why it is interesting, and after that show us the cool findings of this project. Okay, in the past I have seen some of the really cool projects, and also some of the really good presenters. So and by the way, presentation is an important soft skills you do want to develop. Okay, and then depending on how many presentations we have on the Monday, week 7, I may schedule a few more presentations. Say we have 20 students, and if you all want to work individually on the course project, and then that will be 20 presentations. And then I do need to schedule one actual presentation day, but that's okay, we do have the time. Okay, so after all the course presentations are finished, and then on November 23rd, you need to submit one, a written report as a PDF, and number two, your code base as an IPYNB file. And eventually, we will have a take-home final exam. Okay, so that's the first part. That is the course schedule. And by the way, this is tentative schedule, and then I may have to change that if something happens. Say, in 1 day or 2 days I feel really sick, I can't record the video, and then I may have to change the schedule a little bit. Okay, and the next part. This I want to talk about the sample course project proposals. In this file, I'm showing you two proposals, and then by reading the proposal, and you should get a feeling on how much work you are expected to propose to make this proposal. Okay, and then let's go through some of the rules first. So the number one, you can have a team of no more than 3 members, and then probably usually you guys want to start from a interesting idea, a interesting domain, or an interesting data set. And remember, if you are picking a public data set, and I can see there are a lot of the really complete, really interesting projects have already done. For example, a really popular data set on Kaggle. And well, I may say, no, I have already seen a lot of things being done on this project. I don't think you can do something really creative. And then I may have to reject this proposal. So, well, when you are searching interesting data sets and try to go beyond Kaggle, for example, if you go to a local government website, for example, and you can find some of the data set you you don't have on Kaggle. For example, the crime report data from the police department at WPD, and I know some students were able to find that data uh, last year, I believe. Okay, and then well, another thing, the extra points. If you are doing something uh, beyond the scope of my course, and then you can say, okay, by doing this, I'm putting extra effort to get this done, and I want to claim up to 5 bonus points, and write that on your proposal. And then if I approve that, and then in the final report, and I see you really have done that, I'm ready to give you that. And for example, if you want to use a web crawler to get some data from online resources, or if you want to learn how to use Twitter API to get the tweets, and then, well, that's extra work, and we are not covering that in our curriculum. But if you're learning that, that's good. So uh, if in your proposal talk about that, and then claim the extra points. Okay, and then remember you're doing the IPNB file, and that will be the code base, and then a PDF file, and that will be for the written report. And then those are some of the key points of the written report you should cover. And then you are expected to give a presentation. I say as a video here, but this is the part I really haven't decided, and later I will talk to you and then see what's your preference. Okay, and then if you are using some tools outside the curriculum in the data science program, okay, and then learn some new tools and new packages, that's definitely fine. And uh, let's move on. And there are two sample proposals, and one is the vehicle collisions in New York City, and another one is the coastal fishing data in North Carolina. Well, but I don't want to talk about those two. And let me share you a ongoing project that I'm working on right now. And by the way, if you don't have a good idea on what project you want to do, and then you can talk to me, and then I may give you some of the interesting project I'm working on right now. Okay, well, let me talk about my ongoing project. Well, this project is, to some people this may not be really fun, but I'm interested in this, and this is about the suicide notes. Suicide, that's not a cool topic to talk about, right? And well, and the interesting part about the suicide note is, well, we do want to learn when, well, say 5 minutes or 1 hour before a person who's really decided to attempt to kill him or herself, what was in that person's heart. Well, we can't really imagine that. And we may say these people must be cursing someone. These people may really angry about something. So when we are doing the sentiment analysis, and we may see anger, we may see sad. Well, and by the way, for the suicide note, and that is the last piece of the word this man or this person is leaving to the word, and then usually they are not using spell checkers or some other writing assistance tools. Those are just the content they write from their heart. So we really want to know what are in those people's heart. 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 1 hour before they decided to kill themselves. And we find something kind of surprising. And think about that. How much people talk about love? And I can tell you, this percentage is really higher than you think. Well, before I started this project, I thought people may talk about anger or fear or other negative feelings, but I was wrong. A lot of people really talk about love and how they feel sad, sorry to those people who loved him or her. Okay, so well, this is something we are doing, and plus we are also doing the stigma analysis on the suicide notes. Okay, so when they really mo- decided to do the suicide, and then in the suicide note, do they really talk about stigma? Is stigma really an important thing to push, to do the last push before a person commit suicide? Okay, so those are the things, well, I'm doing right now. And probably this is not a very interesting topic for you guys, but I hope this gives you some idea. Okay, and if you're still watching this video, don't click the close yet. Here is a message I really want to talk about. Well, I understand life is hard, and for some of you, your life is extremely hard, much harder than any other people, and I can imagine that. And well, life is never easy, but for some of people, life is really hard. Well, if you are in a bad phase of your life, you need some help, go ahead and seek the help. And well, if you want to talk to me, I'm willing to listen. Always want to keep my door open for my students. It doesn't matter if your challenge is related to your study, your schoolwork, or really something else. Well, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to help. And well, don't even think about suicide yet. There are other options. And then well, my best goal is, of course, to make y'all be successful data science person. But my very basic goal is I want you guys to be positive, and then I want you guys to have hope. Okay, so well, if you are feeling sad, you are feeling depressed, and then you find that you are stuck at any point of your life, and well, if you want to talk to me, I'm here, I'm listening. Okay, so I will see you in the next video.